What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today, and welcome to the Game Week 17 team selection video where we go over how I did in Game Week 16 and my plans for Game Week 17 with the quick turnaround in fixtures. So let's get straight into this video, and we start off with how I did in Game Week 16, and I am recording this Saturday night because I have some prior engagements Sunday and Monday, so to get this out in time, have to record it a bit early. But we are currently sitting on around 45 points. That is with a sub of Ben White coming in for Smith Rowe, who didn't play. And of course, Ben White did manage to go and get 6 points with Arsenal's 3-0 victory over Southampton. We are very hopeful that Bowen, Antonio and Wilson all return on Sunday, which would see us have a decent game week if they do all return, because currently the top 10K's average sits around 60.64 points, and we are of course sitting 15 points below that. That sees a drop down to 33,315th according to livefpl.net. Do go check them out if you want up-to-date information on your rank and player points. But we did have some good things to talk about. We did get some points from Big at the back with Trent and Cancelo, both getting points 9 and 7 respectively. We got Bernardo Silva, who we bought in for Son, who of course had his game postponed. He managed to get an assist for 6 points. Jota had a decent return on his underlying stats despite his short amount of game time, as he didn't start for Liverpool. And of course Salah returned as usual with a penalty, managing to get 16 points. That's double from 8 as he was my captain. Looking over some of the underlying stats, Salah of course really impressed as usual. 6 shots on goal, 2 on target, 5 from inside the box and 1 big chance with expected goals at 0.83. And Jota, who only played 32 minutes, did manage still 2 shots on goal, both from inside the box and 2 big chances. But like I said, Jota's always been a player that I feel is wasteful, and if he really got a bit more clinical, he could be an absolute amazing player in FPL. His expected goals was at 0.57. Was impressed with Ronaldo's underlying stats. He managed to get 3 shots on goal, 2 on target, 3 from inside the box, unfortunately no big chances, but also a key pass and that assist. And the disappointment of the game week is the fact that we transferred out Rafinha with Leeds' tough fixtures coming up. He managed 5 shots on goal, 2 of which were on target, and both of those were from inside the box and 1 big chance, getting the same expected goals at 0.83 as Salah, also with a penalty, but also 1 key pass over Salah. So Rafinha could be a bit of a miss to my side now that I've transferred him out because of Leeds' tough fixtures. Now, before we get on to my team selection for Game Week 17, here's a quick word from sponsors of this channel, Fanteam. Some really exciting news over on Fanteam as they have launched their second chance Fantasy Premier League season game. This game starts on January the 14th on Game Week 22 and is free to play with £1,000 prize pool, with first place getting £20,000. Make sure to check out the top link in the description down below. Sign up for Fanteam. It helps support the channel and also gets you involved in a free-to-play game that can win you cash prizes. Hopefully I'll see you over on Fanteam, and let's get back to the video. So guys, feel free to check out top link in the description for their free entry second chance game. Of course, you've got all the way up until 14th of January, so take your time if you want. We will be continuing to talk about it on this channel, so do check it out. And we are now going to look at how we line up for Game Week 17. And we start off with Sanchez in goal with Wolves at home. Yes, I kept Sanchez. I didn't really mention that in the bit where I went on how I did in Game Week 16 for some reason. I just didn't see a keeper I really wanted to spend the transfer on, and a -4 that I felt would get a clean sheet. And to be honest, I'd probably want to go back to Sanchez. I don't particularly think there's an amazing choice out there, and I didn't want to double up on Arsenal's defence. Now, of course, hindsight's a great thing. If I'd got Ramsdale, we'd be having a better game week. But we kept Sanchez, so now he has this Wolves fixture. We have a 4-man defence of Trent Alexander-Arnold against Newcastle. He's just a bonus point machine at the moment. And when he gets clean sheets, you're looking at about 9 points every game week. He is very consistent at the moment, and he's probably the best of my defenders at making sure I get returns. So hopefully I haven't jinxed that, but happy to have Trent in the side still. James, 2 game weeks, 2 0-point returns. So we're hoping for something here with Everton at home. Alonso, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, they've been getting points while my James hasn't been, so that's very disappointing. But I had a gut feeling of going with James, and it really benefited me earlier on in this season, so we're going to stick with him for a bit longer. Livramento comes in. This is because, unfortunately, Cancelo looks like he is out of the Leeds game due to too many yellow cards, so we don't have the option of Cancelo against Leeds. Very disappointing, but Livramento has shown the ability to get attacking returns. Southampton haven't looked good defensively though, so a bit concerned with having to play Livramento. And then White has been so consistent getting clean sheets that even though it's West Ham at home, I'm still slightly hopeful. We have a 5-man midfield of Bernardo Silva with Leeds at home, hopeful for some big returns from Bernardo Silva. It's possible that I've missed the really big returns off of him, but he does look like a player in great form and an important part of that Man City lineup. Pep Roulette is always a worrisome thing though, so hopefully Bernardo Silva does play. Bowen against Arsenal away, hopeful for something from West Ham here. This fixture could probably go either way, and that means that Smith Rowe is on the other end of that fixture with West Ham at home. So hopefully at least one of these players gets me some returns. I would of course prefer it if it was Bowen, especially with Antonio in my squad as well. We then have Jota and Salah against Newcastle at home, so hoping for an absolute destroying of Newcastle here by Liverpool, with Salah, Jota and Trent all getting points. That would be the ideal situation for me. And then up front we have Antonio on his own against Arsenal away. Yes, I would really like a big West Ham win here. That would really probably catapult me up the rankings. Then on the bench we have Steele and Wilson. Steele, of course, the backup to Sanchez, and Wilson with Liverpool away. If he has to come on, that's fine. I don't really see Newcastle scoring in this fixture, but Wilson has been on form recently, so not the worst substitute option, but there is a lot better. And then, of course, we have Cancelo, who I don't particularly want to get rid of, but can't play in this game week. And then we have Obafemi. So the issue I have, of course, with this lineup is, if two of my players don't start, I've only got one playing substitute. So I think it's finally time for Obafemi to leave the team. And we're looking at Joshua King or Emmanuel Dennis from Watford. Going over their stats for the last 6 game weeks, there's a big difference in points returns and underlying stats, which is a big concern for me because I could make the wrong call here. Now, Emmanuel Dennis seems to be the one returning all the points at the moment. He has managed 13 shots on goal, 7 on target, 10 from inside the box, and 1 big chance with expected goals at 1.51, and he's scored 4, so he's outperforming his expected goals quite massively. He's also got 3 assists. That's from 7 key passes and 3 big chances created, with expected assists at 1.74. Now, that expected assists is something that he has over Joshua King, and the fact that he's got those 2 facets with 4 goals and 3 assists in the last 6, which is fantastic returns, means he's on 43 points. To put that in perspective, Salah is on 48 points for the last 6 game weeks, and Bernardo Silva is on 49. Then if we look at King, we do have someone who has more shots on goal, 16, but less shots on target with 5. 13 shots of his have come from inside the box, and he's had 6 big chances to Dennis's 1. He has had expected goals at 3.07, but is underperforming his expected goals by having only achieved 2. He's only had 5 key passes with no big chances created and expected assists at 0.64 with no assists on the board, and he's only managed in the last 6 game weeks 18 points from 2 goals. He has played more minutes than Dennis with 540 compared to Dennis's 504, but that's not that big a difference. So form suggests that Dennis is the player, but it's about whether I think his points return will regress towards the mean of his expected goals. But he does have assists over King, so whilst a couple of weeks ago I was leaning towards King, I'm now probably leaning towards Emmanuel Dennis at 5.8 million to come in for Obafemi, so I finally have a full bench of playing players. Now, I do have the wild card in my back pocket. Is there a chance I play it? I think, to be honest, I've now gone so far that I probably will play it near the end of the deadline, because last week probably was a very good chance for me to play it, with the fact that I didn't have a playing goalkeeper and I had the worries of Smith Rowe and Jota. The reason I didn't go with the wild card was because I wanted Smith Rowe and Jota still in my side. Son was someone I was always planning to take out eventually, and Rafinha was someone I was planning to take out because of the fixtures. Now, That may backfire, but that was the route I was going down, and it didn't seem to me, apart from the goalkeeper, that there was a massive issue with my side. Now we'll see if I'm right about that or not, but we do still have the wildcard in the back pocket if I suddenly feel like there is a need to massively change my side. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell for the channel. Your help really supports me in the YouTube algorithm, and you guys have been smashing it recently, so really appreciate it. Also do check out Fanteam, top link in the description, and all the other partners of this channel. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.